The most important part is resilience. You will have good time, you will have bad time. You will have good patches, you will have bad patches. You must not give up. So power consumption, if you see, we are today almost 34-35% less than what we were 10 years back. These four sectors have been covered for the CCTS targets. Now, all the individual plants have been given targets. If you see, we published our first sustainability report in 2016-17, when people were not even talking about it. Our industry, we were the first to do that.
Hi, welcome, sir. So, welcome everyone to 2 degrees Celsius, a Fitsol podcast on sustainability and climate action, where we invite industry veteran guests who has worked in the field of sustainability and climate actions. And today, I am your host, Anil Makkar, CEO of Fitsol. Today with us is Mr. Anil Makkar. He has almost 5 decades of experience across tire industries, across globe in many countries, and he has moved from a background where he has handled manufacturing across this industry to now looking after sustainability across these industries. And I am very, very sure that during this next half an hour, we will get to learn a lot of ground level integrities and details about how is sustainability working in these big conglomerates and organizations. So very, very happy to welcome you, sir.
Thank you very much.
We'll start with a little bit about your background so that our audience knows about you personally, they can connect, and then we'll move towards this topic of sustainability and everything else.
Sure. Thank you very much, first of all, for inviting me here. Come from a very small town where Taj was built, Agra.
Okay.
Born and brought up in Agra. My dad was in defense and mom was a school teacher. Did my initial education in Agra, and then post that I did my chemical engineering from Chandigarh, Punjab University, Chandigarh, and started my career way back 46 years ago with JK Tires in their mother plant in Kankrodi.
Okay.
Worked there for around 3 years, and green pastures. Moved to Goodyear International and came to Goodyear's only plant at that time in 1982, and worked in that company for almost 21 years in multiple locations within India and outside India. Was all in all a design person. I was always into tire designing.
Okay.
Tire designing, process control, technology development, all those were my expertise and my field. It was up until 1999, when I was in Aurangabad, suddenly the thought came that why don't I start running the plant, which I have been part of building it up. So I took over manufacturing responsibilities for Aurangabad plant. And from there I became the administration head or the unit head for Aurangabad. And from there moved back to JK Tire as the vice president operations for Barnmore plant, the Gwalior plant. Worked there for almost 3.5 years. Then moved to Rajasthan plant for almost 4.5 years. Then went to Mexico as the business head for almost a year. And then came back and worked in Mysore. So virtually all the plants I've headed. And after around 11-12 years of being the vice president operations, my bosses asked me that, why don't you look after the manufacturing for the whole corporation? So I started looking after the manufacturing operations for all the 13 plants in India and Mexico as director of manufacturing.
Okay.
So it was up until 2023, which was almost 10 years of my manufacturing tenure. Again, they asked me that I've done enough of manufacturing, and we had initiated all the movement of sustainability while I was heading manufacturing. So this opportunity came that you had the sustainability for the whole group. So very exciting and very learning experience. Now I look after the sustainability efforts for paper, cement, dairy, food, tire. So it's very, very interesting. A lot of new learnings at this age, which keeps you going.
Which is, yes.
So that's precisely the background. And although I'm still part of the JK's tire team and support the group for sustainability efforts.
So while before the podcast, we were discussing about your stint at your Rajasthan plant, JK Rajasthan plant, and the frugal innovations that you started carrying out before even sustainability was not a buzzword.
Yeah.
I think it's ingrained in India. So this is a word, sustainability as a word has started coming in last 10 years, 15 years very aggressively. But I think we as an Indian, we used to practice this a lot.
Correct.
In our day-to-day life. And that was quite an interesting example. I would like you to share that example with the audience also of this Rajasthan plant, how you guys ingrained that, I think around 20 years, 30, 40 years before.
No, this is 2006.
20 years almost.
2006, 2007.
And that time it was not even target, maybe not as a target.
Certainly, but not even a buzz that time.
Buzz,
Yeah,
yes.
it was not a buzz. See, there is a very old saying which says, necessity is mother of invention, as they always say.
Yes.
So I have seen that period in Kakroli, and a lot of my colleagues and team members have seen it, that the only source of water we had in Rajasthan was that lake.
Okay.
There is one lake, Rajsamand Lake, the Asia's largest man-made lake.
Okay.
And that lake was supposed to supply water to the plant for operations. That lake went dry.
Okay.
Dry means bone dry, you could play cricket on top of the surface, bottom surface. So we had to drill pumps into that to suck water, which was not possible. So that was the period, 2005-06, when we used to bring water from 80-85 kilometers on bullock carts.
Okay.
So each tanker having 6 kl or 12 kl of those tanker loads being driven by bullock carts, because that's a very remote area. And our consumption those days somewhere around 1400 to 1500 kl per day. So you can imagine the amount of time and money and difficulty it had to get that kind of water availability for plants to run. And also you have more than 450, 500 families who are living as part of the establishment there. So how do you provide water to them? So when I took over that job, we were, production continues. If the systems are in place, equipment is working, out of the 4M, 3M are taken care, 4th automatically works.
Yes.
So what was important? That how do we get this place safer, or a risk mitigation kind of a thought, that how do we bring the water down? So I very clearly remember in 2007, I was making a presentation to the senior management about what do we want to do for water in this plant. We were consuming roughly around 600 kl for plant at that time. And we said we'll bring and start the program to get this number of 6 kl per ton to less than 2.5 kl per ton.
Okay.
That means from 1200 kl to 500 kl.
Almost 60%.
So we wanted to, we created an Operation 500. That was the name we gave. And I must say the team at that plant was very committed because they knew what is the importance of water. So that's the culture, which helps you in achieving these kind of things. And we started working. And we did not make any major investment. This was purely controls, monitoring. We used to run that plant with 9 cooling towers. We slowly start working on the efficiency of cooling towers. Finally came down to 1 cooling tower.
From 9 to 1.
Yeah, that plant today runs with 1 cooling tower. And in 6 to 8 months' time, we came down to almost 450 kl, which was less than 2.5.
Oh.
Then we took the next step of moving to less than 2, and then less than 1. Today, that plant is a global benchmark on water. There have been a lot of studies and a lot of awards to receive for that plant. And we run for process virtually 0. Whatever water is used in that plant is only for domestic purposes. That is for canteen and food and hand wash.
Okay.
Rest, every water is recycled.
Great.
So this is the condition of that plant. Now we're trying to horizontally deploy this practice from 2007 onwards for other plants. And JK Tire on consolidated basis for all plants put together still is a global benchmark on water consumption.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a matter of very great pride that we are able to do that. And not much investment. That's the best part. Not much investment. You have to be only concerned that this is important and must be controlled.
Yes. While listening to you, I am feeling proud of such innovations which is happening at the ground, in India at least. And I think everywhere it's something, not even across tire industry, other industries can also learn from such practices.
Correct. This is not sustainability. This was not. Okay, today when you talk about sustainability and water crisis, it becomes a major part.
Yes.
But in 2007, we did not have that thought.
Oh, yes.
We wanted to make sure that the long-term risk of this plant's survival is mitigated. Because if you don't have water, you can't run the plant.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think of late there has been a lot of, because it's just related to this topic, the water crisis, even the people are talking about cleaning of Yamuna, Agra, I think. We used to learn, when we used to visit Agra for Taj Mahal, कि यमुना को उधर भी साफ करना है ना, तो ये भी मतलब I think it's a complete ecosystems and industries are playing a great role in that. क्योंकि कम्युनिटी एक अपने लेवल पे इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे नहीं कर पा रही हो, एंड आई थिंक गवर्नमेंट एंड इंडस्ट्रीज दे आर टेकिंग अ ग्रेट रोल, एंड आई थिंक वी आर सीइंग लॉट ऑफ प्रोग्रेस इन दैट फ्रंट इन वाटर कंजर्वेशन. सो although there were some icebreaker questions, पर मुझे लगता है कि already I think we know each other very well and audience we, but still you have spent almost 45-46 years in the automotive sector. If you just want to summarize in 4-5 words your journey of this 5 years.
It's been a very straightforward journey. I've virtually worked in all aspects of tire business, starting from the tire design to compound design to process design. All the areas I've been involved. And I think for any professional, any person to continue to grow in his career, and I'm not talking grow in terms of position or financial, to learn, to stay afloat with what is happening in the world around you, the most important part is resilience. You will have good time, you'll have bad time. You will have good patches, you'll have bad patches. You must not give up. That's one aspect of any professional career which you keep in your mind, that okay, today you're not doing well, tomorrow you will do well. That resilience must be there in somebody's mind, everybody's mind, that nothing is permanent, it will change.
It will change.
Second, continue to learn. Read as much as you can. Now, with age catching up, I am not able to read that much, but till about 4 or 5 years, I used to read at least 2 to 3 books a month. I would finish that. Even today, I try at least finishing one in a month. That's the second thing which keeps you updated and what's happening around. And always have one personal interest. I mean, industry is one, business is one, job is one. But always have one personal interest which keeps you motivated. And when you're tired, you can just keep everything aside and focus your mind on that. It's one of the biggest relaxant. That's what my personal experience is.
And is that for you books right now or something else?
No, I'm a hardcore music lover. I've done theater for many years in my university days. So I prefer to go for some good classical music and relax.
Okay.
So poetry, poems, all that is surrounded by it. But fundamentally, I love to play with music.
Okay, great. So
that's a big relaxant.
I think in that case, most of the parties you would be like center of attraction in that case.
Oh, abhi time chala gaya.
Okay, next you were telling something. Yes. Okay.
No, that was one. I mean, in anybody's career, these phases are very important.
Yes.
And you will have. I mean, there are so many stories about motivational speakers, so many things about behavioral sciences, so many things about continuous learning and all that. End of the day, if you are confident about yourself, you know what you are doing, and you have that patience in yourself that okay, whatever I'm doing today is not yielding result, but we'll do it tomorrow. So that kind of resilience and keenness to learn and the relaxant, I think it takes care of that.
Yes, completely agree and aligned. So I think that's what has kept us motivated, and just wanted to add to that. If continue to experiment also, in that sense, being the part of the startup
yes,
world
absolutely,
that we are, every day we get to meet some new challenges, new personalities, and we get to learn a lot from that. And also that keeps us going even during our downtime.
True.
I think we are doing something for the larger good right now. For example, at sustainability, we are doing something for the environment, for our future generation.
Correct.
Maybe we might not get the result, but our future generation will definitely.
Same thing.
Yeah. So yeah. So just coming to that point now, sustainability, because in your 46 years career of your in JK Tires, Goodyear, and industries, what was your first kind of interaction, or where you entered into this sustainability field, and what got you interested in this?
Yeah, that's an interesting subject. See, 2007, I was in Rajasthan plant from 2006 to 2010. And we saw that phase of water scarcity, and we came out of it after a lot of struggle. Then 2013, when I took over as the manufacturing director for all the JK Tire plants, we started thinking as to how do we improve our efficiencies.
Okay.
How do we there was no manufacturing department per se. When I took over this job, I was the first manufacturing corporate head for the company. So we started thinking as to how do we add value, because plants are operating, plants are going to be producing every day, they have their own systems, all plants have well-established systems. So what do we do more to make sure that manufacturing as a vertical contributes to the company?
Okay.
And it was then in 2013, for the first time we did our carbon footprint verification.
Okay.
So tire carbon footprint verification was done first time in 2013-14.
Okay.
At that time, nobody was even thinking about it.
Ah, yes.
And I very clearly remember the figures because I used to drive it myself. We were at 1.82 ton of CO2 per ton of production.
Okay.
Today, when I look back, FY25 concluded, we ended the whole year at 0.74.
Almost.
So this is almost 60% reduction.
Yes.
And this includes the new Cavendish plant which we took over from Birla's, which had a power plant.
Okay.
So it was a coal-based power plant. We were consuming almost 300 tons of coal every day.
Okay.
So doing all that, if I look at JK Tire standalone, leaving the Cavendish aside, we ended at 0.54. 1.82 was only JK Tire because there was no Cavendish that time. So we ended at 0.54. So that's how the sustainability journey started, because it all to me meant that we need to continue to improve on energy because it is cost. I very, very distinctly remember we were sitting in a meeting, and our chairman, Dr. Singhania, his wisdoms are unmatchable. He just said to me once that we pay more than 400 crores of power bill every year. 1% saving on that can add directly to the bottom line. And I mean, it kind of just stuck to the heart that yes, this is an area we need to work upon. So while we were when I was in Rajasthan, our project of water was almost getting over, and we continued to excel further on water. So where does the water get consumed other than the canteen and horticulture and all that? Was boiler. So you put water into the boiler to make steam, and you consume steam. So more steam you consume, more water you need. So we started working on steam to reduce steam. We used to use steam 2.8, 2.9 kg per kg. We said we'll work on a target of bringing it below 2.
Okay.
So we came to 1.99. Then we started working on it, we came to 1.5. Today, our best plants operate at 1.1.
Okay.
And the worst plants operate around 1.7. So all those days of 3.5, 3.6, 2.8 are gone. So once you do that, you use that much of less coal. So when you do that much of less coal, you have less GHG.
Yes.
When you use less coal, when you use less water, you need less power to run that.
Yes.
So you less power consumption. So power consumption, if you see, we are today almost 34-35% less than what we were 10 years back.
Okay.
And in the energy consumption in terms of gigajoule, we are probably the lowest in the world.
Oh, Correct.
I can't say by guarantee because the data is not fully available and you can't. But if I look at the BRSR, which is now declared in India, and the sustainability reports which are declared globally, the gigajoule per ton, we stay at the best level. So this adds a lot of value to the bottom line.
Yes,
So,
yes.
and then that's how the sustainability started getting into thought. But sustainability is, we were only addressing one pillar, which was environment.
Environment, yes.
And that was the thought, that we will continue to focus on environment because that is directly linked with your manufacturing efficiencies and manufacturing cost. So that balance you need to achieve.
Yes.
So that's how this whole thing of sustainability started. Then we were rated one of the best in the industry by CareEdge almost 4 years back. And then we were rated pretty well by some of the business world, like India's most sustainable companies. So, you know, once you see success, you start getting more and more interested into that. And that's how things kept on moving.
Yeah, so I think we have also realized, and we have read everywhere, so most of the companies doesn't realize this. They think to achieve carbon reduction or go for sustainability, it means cost increase, which is not.
No, it's not.
In most of the cases, I think at least in 50 to 60% supply chain, you can reduce cost accompanied with carbon reduction.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
So now, I think if you look back to your younger version, any piece of advice that you would like to give to young Anil?
When I see a lot of young guys, which we hire every year, we try to develop the team, keep talent pool alive. I see this generation is very, very smart.
Very smart.
Their innovative skills, their eagerness to learn is very strong. My suggestion or guideline to all these youngsters is that pick up a goal and follow it to the core. Because you take one excellence model, 99 around it will get driven automatically.
Correct.
I very clearly remember, and I very strongly believe that if we had not started water conservation or water excellence as one of the thought, we would not have gone into energy excellence.
Yes.
If we had not taken energy excellence as the journey, we would not have gone into a sustainability journey for other stuff. So it started with water, and then it moved on to social cause, it moved on to environmental cause, it moved on to energy cause, it moved on to cost, it moved on to biomass, it moved on to virtually everything, because keep one excellence goal in your mind.
I agree.
I mean, even if you look at all these excellence models of CII and GFQM and European models, they all talk about excellence.
Excellence.
Compliance, time is gone. Compliance, if you work on compliance in the industry or for that matter anywhere in the life, any sphere, no, it doesn't work. You have to look for excellence.
Excellence.
And drive with one. Rest 99 will get driven automatically.
Completely agree.
That's the thought which I have worked with. And that's what I would like to tell all the youngsters to continue. That's what I tell my daughter.
Great.
And I think that's how it works.
So now taking forward from there, so CCTS scheme is already kind of announced for few of the companies inside India by Indian government. And what do you think? How is it going to control the complete sustainability environment? How, as in Indian companies, we are prepared for the same? Is it an ambitious project from the Indian government, or really something is happening on the ground? Any point of view on that?
See, I have been following CCTS since July 23 when it was first launched. Prior to CCTS, this scheme was called PAT, which was called Perform, Achieve and Trade. They were nothing but energy efficiency index for each plant of different industries. And people who achieved that, they were given advantage. And people who were behind that, they had to buy that certificate of energy efficiency and cover that. Now, if you go through the CCTS scheme and the details background on that, you do see there is a huge amount of improvement in terms of gigatons of carbon dioxide reduced through energy efficiency improvement. Now, the new version of the old energy efficiency scheme, PAT, is called now CCTS. Now, in India, the top 26 sectors of industries, only 13 sectors were covered to start with. And tire industry was not part of it, but tire industry is not considered to be a a strong high emission industry. So out of 13 also, only 4 sectors, which is basically cement, alkali, paper and steel. These 4 sectors have been covered for the CCTS targets. Now all the individual plants have been given targets. Okay. And then there is a registry which is opened up. You have to register with that. And if you are able to achieve those GHG emissions, you get renewable certificates or energy certificate or the GHG certificate, carbon certificates, carbon credits as they call it. One carbon credit is 1 ton of CO2. And it is likely to get more and more functionalized probably by next financial year for these 4 sectors. As far as the remaining industry is concerned, the target development process is still on and will take a couple of more years. As far as tire industry is concerned, the first tranche of the development target is just started. Probably sometime in 27, 28 or 26, 27, we might see some movement. Now, there is one, I've gone through, there are more than 600 different industry plants they've taken from aluminium, steel and chloralkali and paper and all that. The targets for each plant are different. Okay. My approach slightly would be different on this. If I know that today industry, say especially hard to abate sectors like steel, aluminium or alkali or paper or cement. We have enough knowledge and enough talent in-house to understand what kind of emission do you need or are mandatory to be produced for adding value to this particular raw material to convert it to cement. So you come out with one target. Like if you see 6 plants,
same target.
Those 6 plants have different targets. If I am inefficient, I am not disincentivized for being inefficient. Okay, I am being incentivized for improving my efficiency. Fair. But if I am already very bad,
target should be
I will remain bad for next 5 years and will never be meeting the top line. So I think we need to be a little bit more pushy in order to get everybody on the same pace.
Kind of
plus minus variation I can understand. But I have seen the variations which are varying from 0.5 to 1.5. That kind of variation. And I'm not talking one industry, I'm talking about multiple industries. And it can be understood that maybe the environment or the raw material or the process which is being followed by that particular plant is different. Or the plant is very inefficient or was, whatever reasons could be there. But then when do we bring that plant back in line with the top of the line?
There should be some benchmark.
There should be some benchmark, there should be some timeline, there should be some, either you give a grace that you start monitoring CCTS of this plant from this date, till that time you have time to improve. Fine. It needs investment, it needs process change, it needs equipment change, it needs material change, I don't know, whatever. This is one area which to me needs to be addressed. Second most important part, we are still not talking about the energy. Today also, we are working on coal-based power. See, we as economy of the country are still coal-based economy.
And that's not under our control.
And lot of great work and kudos to all the people who are involved, including the current government, the way the job has been done in terms of renewable energy. No question about it. It's a huge job and wonderful work. But here again, if we have 20, 30 states, every state goes in a different direction. The distribution companies, the state electricity boards, they are all running losses and they want to make sure the renewable available to the consumer is not at the right price. Isn't it? And they have definitely their own reasons and very well understood that they have reasons. But at the end of the day, if you look at country, after so many years of the progress which we have done, we're talking about 500 gigawatt by 2030. Our last 5 years, 6 years record has not been more than 14 to 15 megawatt, or 15 gigawatt. So if that speed, how will we go? There are big plans the grid availability, especially the renewable extraction capabilities of the grid, are a big question mark. The CTUs working is still a lot of, every day you see a new
Efficiency,
regulation. Every day you see new regulation. Especially the states like Odisha, Andhra, the Telangana, which are now coming up more with the renewable, promoting more renewables. The regulation is still not uniform across states. You have CERC, but you have all the ERCs in the states as well. So regulation is not very, very strong. So that's an area which it further needs. To me, CCTS will have to be promoted more aggressively, and the speed of setting up targets and monitoring will have to improve, because carbon pricing globally, if you see, has yielded result. It is satisfactory or it is customary? That's beyond the debate point right now. But yes, it has yielded result.
It has yielded result.
Even internal carbon pricing, a lot of people follow, and that also works. Because unless you add a value to the emissions which you generate, and do not balance it with the output which you are generating, nobody will understand it.
Nobody. Yeah.
And there is a huge line of industries which is MSME, which is still missing.
Which is still miss.
Which these 13, 14, 15, 16 sectors, if we look at, the MSME still is not in the picture.
Yes.
Whereas which is a major generator.
Scope 3 is mainly from there.
So scope 3 is another story. My views on scope 3 are very different.
Okay.
We can discuss that as a full chapter.
Okay.
See, whatever is my scope 3 is somebody's scope 1, scope 2.
Scope 1 is scope 2, yes.
So if you focus on scope 1, scope 2,
Completely agree.
then my scope 3 will automatically come down. See, people like automotive, all the car industry, automotive industries, 97% of their emissions are scope 3. Because they only assemble.
They only assemble.
Except paint shop and molding and all that. So, if I have to reduce my scope 1, scope 2, automatically my scope 3 for car industry is lower. Isn't it?
Yes.
So the current focus on sustainability, scope 3 is virtually like 90% of the total emission, which nobody really knows who's controlling.
Yes, that's why MSMEs, I told most of them.
Nobody really knows. See, 15 categories. If you look at even let's talk about tires for a moment. If you look at LCA of tires, it says 83% of emissions happen during the use phase. Okay. I had a detailed discussion with the Sfera and Chakra, both who are doing this LCA study. I said the 83% of emission which you are saying happens in the use phase is not tire emission.
It's not under your control.
Even by GHG protocol, I am not supposed to report that emission because that's category 12 of scope 3, which is also category 12 of scope 3 for car manufacturers, and it is supposed to be reported by them because it is an engine emission. It's not a tire emission.
Correct.
So why are we wasting time on that? Yes, we as tire people must reduce the rolling resistance, must reduce the weight to make sure that the emissions or the longevity of the fuel is reduced. Increased.
Increased.
So that you can run more in the same kilometer. To that extent, the role of tire industry in terms of design is fine. But when tire is wearing, you don't create emissions. You create tire wear particles, which is another subject altogether now. Isn't it?
Yes.
So, CCTS is a good scheme, but to me it's moving very, very slow and has to move forward a little faster with all other sectors getting covered, especially energy.
Yes, yes, completely agree. And do you see a role of digital in this complete sustainability angle? So what is the role of digital technologies? Maybe the buzzwords recently are AI.
I have a very strong opinion that digitalization, what is digitalization? Let's understand for a moment.
Yes.
I look at a meter, it's even if it's a temperature indicator, a simple temperature dial indicator. Okay. I have a dial temperature indicator. Every time I pass that machine, I see that temperature and I have a record in my mind that I saw it at this level. Okay. Then the next level of visibility came in that you mark the the dial indicators with yellow, green and red. So whenever I see it in the red, I react. When it is green and yellow, I don't react. So it was an improvement over no indication versus with some indication. When do I need to take the action?
Yes.
Isn't it? Now I convert the same signal into a digital format. Now I don't see it when I go on the machine physically. I can see it on my mobile. As to when it is moving. Going to the next step, it gives me the alarm or notification.
Triggers.
So making it visualize and increasing the awareness and making it more detailed, granular. It's digitalization.
Yes.
And that is definitely beneficial in whatever way you do.
Decision making.
But the challenges are, and this is how the electronic companies survive, that you buy an equipment today, they promise that this is digitalized, this can be seen here, this can be seen there. By the time you are fully aware of the advantages of that tool, the tool is obsolete. And then to upgrade it, you need to spend more money. So there have to be some kind of controls brought in to all the service providers that if you have given a technology, support it at least for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, whatever that time period is, or whatever the life of that is. And if there are upgrades coming in, please provide upgrades.
Yes.
At very, very reasonable or low cost. Because industry, which are capital intensive, it's not easy to invest money.
Correct.
Isn't it? I mean, you operate at very thin margins. You don't operate at the digital tool manufacturer margins. You don't operate like, all the electronic component EBITDAs and hardcore manufacturing EBITDAs are very, very different. So something of that kind needs to be done. And digitalization is must. More you can visualize data, more you can visualize what's happening inside the machine. More actions you can take, more improvements you can make. And what you can measure, you can always improve.
Definitely. That's what our approach to most of the industries are. We tell them until unless you know, and real time, it should be available.
Absolutely.
You don't know whatever actions you are taking, whether it's giving you real time result or not.
True.
So first thing is knowing and measuring and putting it in a record, which is always real time.
Absolutely.
And then taking actions based on those facts and data, whatever is collecting.
So it adds to your decision making and continuous improvement. Yeah.
So last question on this section is so sustainability report might be coming. So I was just looking at the website. So this year report I think is still to come.
Yeah, probably today or tomorrow. Yeah.
Some nuggets or some quick things you can tell about how it has progressed. Are you kind of satisfied, or some examples that you can share with the audience so that they can also improve on that line?
See, reporting is one part of the story, which is basically nothing but disclosures.
Disclosures, yes.
If you see, we published our first sustainability report in 2016-17, when people were not even talking about it. Our industry, we were the first to do that. 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, we did. 2021 onward, we combined it to an integrated report. We started giving all the sustainability data into the integrated report. We have been certifying our reports right from day one by a third party, audited and assured. Till last year, or till 24-25, we were doing that. Now this year, when we were making our final report and the requirements of GRI and all the BRSR requirements were becoming so thick that the report was going very, very long. So we said, okay, we will keep concise integrated report for the year and have a separate section of sustainability report printed or at least web hosted to make sure that our disclosures are quite in sync with all the regulating standards. Now, standards are also going under a lot of change. And especially the governance and social sections, the kind of requirements they have is huge. If you follow the 9 principles of BRSR also, okay, they have tabulated everything very nicely, but that is not meeting the GRI standard. GRI standards for each of their subsection, 200, 300, 400, there are multiple areas where they want these reportings to be declared. And obviously, we want to comply and continues to. The objective is what? The objective is that today, if I'm able to measure certain KPIs, I'll be able to improve on them tomorrow. That's the objective. It's not that I reported it once and gone. No, that's not the point. I mean, it is coming to a point where gender diversity in the board level, in the senior executive level, in the worker level, in the management staff, how is it moving and how is it progressing? What kind of wage percentages are paid to the females? All these details which are going very, very granular. As I was mentioning that last year we had about 179 odd indicators in our report. This year our sustainability report will have over 500, 600 indicators, different indicators. Now the objective is not to create these indicators and make it complex, but it does become complex.
Yes.
Purpose is to assign people, involve all the people, stakeholders, and start monitoring them. Environment part gets handled very well with the manufacturing.
Yes.
And all plants are very well charged, and all plants are fully informed, motivated, and it's a continuous improvement journey which continues to happen. But social governance is another pillar which really demands a lot of effort and time, and you start monitoring it very, very clearly.
Yes.
Even your the attrition, natural attrition, retired attrition, forced attrition. I mean, every data is required by GRI. So it's very, very detailed. I would suggest that you can look at it. Maybe by tomorrow, day after, it will be on the web.
Definitely.
So you can look at it. Yeah.
And we definitely look into so last year reports and every year reports of JK organization, because you guys have already shown the result. And you get to learn a lot from these reports, what actions has been taken, what is the result, and different things. So now let's come to the last section. I think it's mostly rapid fire.
Oh, okay.
So we'll start. So sustainability in one word for you.
To me, it's balance and harmony.
Correct. The most underrated sustainability practice in manufacturing.
Continuous improvement.
Yes.
Nobody talks about it, and is the biggest achiever.
Yes, and ESG is compliance or culture, right?
If you stay on compliance, you will never achieve it.
That's what you were
It
talking
has to be culture. It has to be culture.
One technology you believe will transform this manufacturing into a green manufacturing kind of thing?
See, today, as it looks like, renewable energy seems to be going very, very strong. Storage is one technology which is working out, which will change a lot of advantage to the grid structure and all that. Another technology which I am looking forward to be commercially viable and come is the carbon storage. Carbon capture and storage. These two areas will transform the energy sector very, very strongly. And as on date, it is not commercially viable, but that's a technology which I'm looking forward to.
Any one sustainability trend you think is overhyped or kind of buzzword only, not working?
CCTS.
CCTS. Okay. Yes. So
it has not done the desired result which you would expect it to be. I mean, you look at EUDR, you look at CBAM, you look at so many practices. Okay, there are these are kind of pushes or drivers to start pushing you in that direction. But results we'll have to still wait and see.
Okay, so you told you read a lot of books. And maybe podcasts and videos also. So any one or two in your mind which is good for people who are interested in sustainability? Any book?
In fact, right now I'm reading one very, very strong book called Drawdown.
Okay.
Drawdown by Paul Hawkins.
Drawdown by
This is a compilation of 100 sustainability solutions.
Okay.
Which were proposed by the European and some US experts, basically environment scientists. Looks to be a beautiful book. I've done probably 1/4 of that, but looks very, very nice. I'd suggest read. But there are a lot of podcasts, there are a lot of papers which keep coming in. So keep reading that.
We'll put that in the link, book name and...
Drawdown, it's there, very nice.
The toughest sustainability metric to track?
Scope 3.
Scope 3, yes.
It's more of a pain than really the tracking. You really don't know what are you trying to control.
Yes. a company inside India, outside India, except JK organization definitely, that you admire for their ESG vision, their work that they have done in this field?
See, I was looking at this even just 3-4 days back. Business World's most sustainable companies, we've been participating in. We were top 30 just 2 years back. We were targeting to be this year also. Tata as a group done fantastic work in that. Even Mahindra and Mahindra done a wonderful work on their sustainability activities. Tata Aluminium, Tata Steel, Tata Chemicals, they've done wonderful work. Another company which I am very strongly fond of is ITC.
Yes. Right.
They are not very much visible in terms of sustainability reporting and all that, because their report is inclusive of multiple sectors. But the kind of work they do at the ground level on farmers and all that, that's very very interesting.
I think that would be my last question. We can wrap it up.
Thank you very much for having me.
It was very, very entertaining. At least what I can, from my point of view, we get to learn a lot of new nuggets, some ground actions ideas. I think audience would have also enjoyed a lot. We'll share few of the summary and also the book details over the that we have discussed over the podcast.
Sure.
Thank you once again.
Thank you very much.
For giving your time.
Thank you very much.